Hello. Hello guys, how are you? I swear if my neighbor starts hammering at the moment, I'm going to get very angry. Because I can sort of hear it, that they are hammering. And they had the whole entire morning or day to do so. And now that I'm doing this, they are... Oh my God. I believe that probably for you to do great streams, like to stream or to do live streams, you have to go and live in the countryside, like surrounded by a lot of fields of not a single person. Hello, Anna. Oh, that community, is that even allowed? Yeah, it is allowed. It is allowed. Like, I mean, there's no regulations, actually. That's the thing, that there's no regulations. And especially because since it's Sunday, for example, one thing that also is very noisy that usually people tend to do early in the mornings, that this annoys probably the people that are younger, and they went out all night and then they sleep during the day. But you have other people that they decide to cut the lawn, to do some gardening with these very noisy tools, and they want to cut the lawn at I don't know, 8 a.m. And you probably are sleeping, or you want to keep on sleeping, and all you hear is the noises. So. Hello. Yeah, I mean, it's not like people respect Sunday law anyway. Like, I understand, because there's people that because they work all week, they have the weekends to do some cleaning, to do some organization around the house, definitely, like, and especially when you have children also, children go out, they play with the ball outside, they play soccer between them, they go out and they just are jumping and screaming and playing together, and usually children, you can hear them like shouting and everything. But about hammering and all those things, but I cannot say anything like wrong, like I cannot say anything negative, because they had helped us out. I mean, the neighbors, like, they had helped us out when we needed to move some things about the construction here. They have a good relationship with my dad, so they also, like, I believe that the owner of the house is like around the same age as my dad, maybe younger, and one of their sons just move in with their family, with his family, and he's also like building like it at the same level that this is built. Like, when they started building their house upstairs, and I have here this office. So they help us out with the ceiling installations and with a lot of details, so I cannot complain. Like, I cannot say, they are rude, or they are just, I believe that they are one of the only neighbors that are very nice and helpful. I don't I don't talk to my neighbors. Like, if I say hi to them, I say it because I'm polite, but I don't have a relationship with neither of them. But my dad, being who he is, and his moon in Aquarius, just being, chatting with everyone, he knows people. He knows people. And also he had been living here like probably like almost all his life. Like he bought this piece of land, he bought it when there was nothing built in here. And it was when he was 17. He bought this piece of land, and here there was nothing. There was just pieces of earth, and there wasn't like anything built. And he bought it before he became of age. So my grandparents had to sign for him. Um, but yeah, thanks to him and his effort, I do have a house, thanks to him. Because if it was up to me alone in this economy, I wouldn't be able to have a house of my own. That's the reality. Yeah, that should be annoying. Luckily, I wake up at 6 in the morning. I'm old, I sleep early. Yeah, I don't know. The other day I read a tweet. I believe I read a tweet, or I read somewhere, someone that was saying like that they get annoyed at these people that they go out to clubs, and then at 9 a.m. or at 8 a.m. they're already up, even though they maybe came home at 6. And for me, it's like this. Yeah. Like whenever I would go clubbing, it doesn't matter how tired I felt. If I would have arrived at my house at 6 a.m., I would sleep probably 2-3 hours, and then before 10 a.m. I will be up. I cannot sleep like I know people that I used to like go out with them. They would sleep the entire day until 4 p.m. If you didn't wake them up, they would continue sleeping. But for me, I can't. I can't. Maybe I can wake up like in the morning, early 9, 10, have a proper breakfast or have lunch, and then I could sleep nap. I could take a nap. I could take a nap. But to sleep for the day, no, I cannot do that. I don't know why. I thought it was just a me thing, but maybe there's other people too. Yeah, yeah, it's a proper family home. Yes, yes. I had built it also since AMECAP. I had also made it my place of work eventually. I wasn't planning on it. Actually, like all my life I had worked for corporations, so I had, offices somewhere else. But, because of pandemic and everything that happened, I was like, okay, maybe I should install my own small office near my house or inside my house, because I need to have a place where I'm like, okay, in here with the proper tools, I can work. And since most of the things I do, I can do it online, like, but I need a proper setting. Like, I cannot, so I'm very peculiar about noises and interruptions, and also sometimes when you work remote, and probably this happens to a lot of people, that when you work remote from home, people don't understand the boundaries. Like, they don't understand. Just because you are still home, that you are home, they think that you're available. They think that they can come over and interrupt you and ask you questions. Like with my dad, that he is almost 80 years old, until today, I have a lot of arguments with him. The neighbors must think that I'm awful to my dad. But it's like he always interrupts me. Every time I'm giving a feedback, not so often, but he used to do it. Like, he would come over and ask me, okay, what are we having for dinner? What are we doing with this? How do I do this? Like, and start a conversation and just like open the window, or if I was like in a room, he would open the door and he would be like, okay, like what do you think about this? And I was like, I'm working. I told you, don't interrupt me from this hour to this hour. No, no. And today Luna is not here because, you know, I got her downstairs because I have the heater here. It's very cold here, guys, so I cannot share it with her. If she is here, she's going to use it. So I prefer for her to be downstairs, that we also have, you know, more and more a bigger heat system, so she can be warm downstairs, because we have like a chimney downstairs, and this one I can use it for myself because, you know, here it's a very small place, but it's super cold here. It's so cold, and I am a priority. So, hey, Barbati. Yeah, I don't think I can own a house either. Economy sucks here. I think everywhere, honestly. I don't sleep later than 10 p.m. even when I drank. So same. Thank God, Anna, I'm not alone in this. I literally, like, with the people that I used to go out with, my friends, some of my acquaintances, even my partners, they would be like, "What is wrong with you that you cannot sleep?" Like, you know, like without interruptions. And I used to blame it that it's because I wasn't home. So I wasn't being uncomfortable being someone else's home. But actually it happens here also in my house. So when someone stayed over at the same time. So I think that it's a me thing. It's a me thing. I wake up. I wake up at, like, I think that I slept through the day, and I wake up, I open my eyes, and it's 9 a.m. It's 9 a.m. and I cannot go back to sleep. So I have to get up. I didn't see it. No, I didn't see it. No, I will have to rewatch I didn't see it. It's the same. It's like our body's scheduled already, even if we don't. Hey, Nina, even if we don't sleep. Today, I'm going to let you guys know, I have a very short list, but I do have, first of all, I have NCT127, and I want to say, like, happy anniversary, 8th anniversary, to my biases, to my favorite group, NCT127. And also, if you are watching and if you are in Citizen, like, you can drop in the comment section a green heart, because I don't know if I have a lot of citizens in my community, but if you are alive and if you watch me, please show your presence. I'm so happy today. I was watching their live stream. It was very brief. I didn't understand anything because the apple green. So wow, I'm so happy. Like, I see them all, even though Taeyeon is not there, I see them all very, very excited. They are just mature. They are like, I'm not going to say like I had been with them from the beginning, but I know about them. I know of them and their music. So for me, it's like great to be part of the fandom. And I just love it. Yeah, they had, but you know that it was so weird, like the way it was like spelled at the moment, at the same time, and you wanted to read it, and it would, because they talk so fast among themselves. They talk so fast, so you are reading and you're like, okay, who said this? Like my Korean, I can kind of understand one or two words. Um, like there's some words that they say that I'm like, oh, this means this. This is my K-drama training, Korean training. I can understand sometimes when they say certain words, but not so much. So, okay, so today I'm going to read for their comeback that I believe is going to be 17, the 17th of this week. And then I'm going to read for the friendship of Jaehyun and Yuta. Then for Jungwoo and Rise Sungchan. Enhypen Sunoo. And I have here Girls' Generation Taeyeon and Hanhae or Hanhae. He's a rapper. I believe that he's also part of this show that Taeyeon is in this. Saturday, I don't remember the show, but also Key is in it. That they dance, they have to guest songs and then they dance. She's part of that panel, and then the man is there also. July the 15th. Thank you, Parvati. Oh, I was a horrorcore fan before, but unfortunately not that into these days. Oh, yeah, it's a struggle. They do watch. They interrupt each other a lot, which is normal because there's a lot of members, so it's normal. So I don't understand. I was trying to pay attention, but I get confused because I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes I feel like they have these inside jokes or these things that they say to themselves that I don't. Even if I read the subtitles, I'm like, I believe I'm missing something. So yeah. Oh, I guess this time European citizen will get a chance to see them. TXT and Enhypen BTS 17. Wow. Where did these all hype groups? No, that's okay. That's great. All of them I love. It isn't on purpose, I promise. No, but they're great. I love them. They're having. Hey, Natasha. NCT are fun to watch live when I used to watch them. I love them. I just love them so much. I love them so much. And I love how they are trying to carry on with their schedules and with the comebacks, even though Taeyeon is not present. Like Taeyeon is the leader, Taeyeon is the face. So it must be a huge responsibility for them to take this place, and not to take his place, but to be like, okay, how do we feel the absence, but because they have been feeling each other's absences for so long. This is one of the things why I'm somehow grateful to the NCT universe, even though it's never ending, and sometimes you get confused. You are like, okay, who is NCT and who is not NCT, and how many members are they? But the good thing is that now that they're going to start enlisting, there's always going to be someone that is going to be filling the gaps. So I think that we will be entertained for quite a while. And I believe that that's a very smart move, business move, because, the key of what they do is to entertain us, to keep working, to keep promoting, to keep, doing music. So I love it that NCT has a lot of different, branches, I would say. NCT is messy. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they represent a part of me, a part of me that is messy as well. So I love them. And also, got me to the realization. I was like, so NCT127 is a cancer group. So they are a cancer group. Stray Kids also have a comeback. Oh, okay, I'm going to read for them. Did I read already for Stray Kids comeback? No, I believe I haven't. You, Samara, you wrote, have you ever done a reading for Sun and Honjo? No. I'm going to add them. Sun and I do struggle so much writing down Honjung's name because it seems like I'm always missing an O. And their leader is a Cancer. No, Cancer I do have one. No, it's mostly friendships. Akira. And also for the next Mystery Friday readings, I have the recommendation of someone that wanted me to pull cards for the Blackswan, and maybe this. I remember that they had this Brazilian member. Is she still part of the group, or is she a former? Because I know that situation was confusing. But I believe that in the request, the person said something about Blackswan and former members. Like, how is their dynamic? Maybe not just about this member, this Brazilian girl. Maybe there's another former member, like the actual lineup of today and the formers. So I'm going to need, if some of you are fans of Blackswan, maybe you can leave it on Discord, because I want to do the reading, but I need to know who is who. I want to organize, even though the person, they sent a message, it was somehow explained, but I don't want to mess up. I want to be able to put Blackswan today on this side and the other girl on the other side, and if it's two girls, I don't know, the girls that are no longer part. But I guess she meant the Brazilian one. So I'm going to do a dynamic for them, how things are doing today between them, because, it's an interesting subject for Mystery Friday readings. That these readings that I do on Friday, it has to do with certain dynamics, or maybe you have a question about a group that you're like, this happened, and until today we are we don't understand what went down, or it was confusing, or no one has talked about this anymore, so I can pull some cards, but yeah, that's the concept of the Mystery Friday readings. They had one that I believe that left, and now they have a new Brazilian. She's officially apart from the group. Okay. Yeah, but I need to know, is that one girl, and then is like the girls that are here, and then is this girl, the usual. I know of her because I read for her at some point, but it was a long time ago. But yeah, I need to separate them. So, because I was like, I need a bit more of insight to do this reading. I wanted to do it less Friday. I wanted to do it, but I was a bit confused about who is who. All the Koreans member left. So what I can do, Jonghyun, Judy, Haim, and the Gecko are former members. Wow, so many former members. I didn't know that. So maybe what I can do is one pile for the actual members of today and the formers. Yeah. Yeah, she was problematic. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Yeah, but they're going to do. They're going to rise up. They're going to rise up. It's like, and yeah. Ah, okay. Okay, thank you, Samara. Thank you. Yeah, because I needed a bit much more of information before doing the reading, like, um, because I don't want to miss something, just in case. Mm, yeah. Mm. Ah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Wow. I can kind of understand why Fato feels such a responsibility on her shoulders. Poor woman. Okay, guys, I'm going to start. Um, okay. I'm going to start with NCT127 comeback. Come on. Well, this is so heavy, guys, but at the end, the cards are positive. We start for NCT127 comeback. We have the Tower, Ace of Swords, Nine of Swords, Five of Swords, Ten of Cups. And the last card is from the other deck is the card of the Sun, Shine. So, wow, wow, a lot of swords, a lot of swords. They definitely feel the pressure of, but starting with the Tower and the Ace of Swords, I think that definitely it shows how they had very heavy conversations with people about this comeback. A lot of like they finally spoke. They raised their voices to get something different, because I believe that something had to change, or maybe what was offered was like just something that they were like, we don't resonate with this, we don't want to do this, we already did it, we didn't like it, we didn't enjoy it, the fans want the fans want this, the fans are expecting something different from us, we don't want to repeat the same. So definitely I think that their relationship with the company is very tense at the moment. It had been very tense ever since Taeyeon left, or ever since probably at the beginning of the year things were tense already. But I think that they are becoming much more like brave about stating their opinions, and their especially asserting their dominion about like, okay, we don't want to do this. And I think that it's like a group sentiment. This is why we have the Ten of Cups at the end, because they seem to be fighting someone. They seem to be fighting someone. In this case, I don't think that it's fighting the haters or fighting the Sasangs. I think that is internal. The issue is internal. And I think that they are defending their posture this time. So this comeback definitely feels very challenging. With the Nine of Swords, they feel the responsibility, they feel the pressure, they feel they are very tired. Also, they are very like mentally, they are very exhausted. Probably because they individually maybe they do have a lot of things to do, a lot of things to learn at the same time. Like I said, they have to fill the gaps. So these are very stressful times for them, this, especially mentally. I believe that when it comes to their physical body and emotionally, they are doing okay. They are feeling very, very strong and courageous, and they're like, okay, we will survive this, we will do our best because we are professionals. But I think that also they are not allowing injustices anymore. They are standing up for themselves. They are standing up for the group, for NCT127. They are standing up for NCT127. About the other NCT units, I wouldn't know, guys, what to tell you. But about them, NCT127, I think that this year is all about protecting each other. Protecting each other and probably getting into very exhausting negotiations about like, okay, we will give you this from us, like you want this from us, but we want this in return. So I think that this year is all about, I don't know who is managing the group, but I can sort of see the air signs of the group, like we have a lot of Aquariuses in NCT, but the Aquariuses, the Geminis, we don't have a Libra in there, but the Aquariuses and the Geminis being just very confrontative and coming up with the receipts and being like, this idea that you gave us, we already done it. So give me something different. We don't want to do things all over. And honestly, I think that probably, maybe, there's some songs that they like, and maybe there's others that give them headache. Because I can sort of see them being like, how do we do to sort of make this look good? Because this is not an easy task. So probably they are a bit like, they were able to negotiate certain, maybe a song or two, and they were like, okay, this one we don't like, get it out. And this one, okay, we will try to make it work. But I think there's like, what is this? And I think that they are feeling very motivated, like in their brains, like intellectually they are feeling very stimulated. They're like, okay, I have an idea. Okay, I want us to do this. Okay, even though they're so tired, and this is why I think that they are reaching a level of maturity and independence, because honestly, the guys individually, they have a lot on their plate. They have a lot of things. So they could, if they wanted to, just be like, okay, yeah, give me the song, I will sing it, and then I will go and focus on what I have to do that makes me look good, and probably I can get paid a bit more. And no, they are sticking up for the group. They are like, no, NCT127 is this. We want something different. We want something better. We want something of value. And also we want more protection for ourselves. So it feels like this, that. But yeah, at first it was a very chaotic, I would say, because I think that it's like everyone has their different opinions, but it's very hard. It was very hard to get someone to have the braveness or to have the intelligence of being like, with all this that we are experiencing, we should go and talk to these people and let them know that they cannot treat us like this, that they have to give us something different, that we have to have other options. I think that it was very stressful for them to figure out, okay, who is going to be the one that, or the people that is going to have the presence and the willpower to go to them and be like, hello, we don't like this. To be the spokesperson. And be like, okay, how do we do this? But with the card of shine, the sun, definitely they're going to shine this comeback. They're going to shine. But yeah, relationships, like communication, and this is, it's not that it's not what they wanted, but I think that there's a lot of injustices that probably they are like, oh, since Taeyeon is not here, we will give them something so they can release it and the fans being happy. And they're like, no, actually, we have something to say. So it's not going to be easy for you guys to throw something at us, throw a bone, and be like, okay, here, get it. Since Taeyeon is not around, you guys get what you can, and be happy and hush. No, they are getting they're starting their own union. They are like talking and convincing each other of like, okay, what can we do? What can we say? And like intellectually, like in their minds, there's a lot of things they want to say and express. Yeah, they will. They will, but I think that if they thought that because Taeyeon is gone, that, oh, okay, the guys will settle for this that we give them, I think that, I don't know why I smell Johnny and Haechan in this. I can see Johnny and Haechan, maybe a bit of the young, but Johnny and Haechan are in there. I think I can hear Luna meowing downstairs, and I'm like sort of pretending I don't hear her, but she's meowing. Hello, Hope. Hello, I think I saw someone. Knew it. Hey, knew it. Luna, yeah, Luna, I think she's meowing downstairs. I can hear her. I can recognize her. Meow. I know, let me tell you a small story. She knows how to climb the stairs and go down, guys. She learned it. She finally got it. And every time I go downstairs to grab something or to cook, and then I have to go upstairs, like she catches up with me. And she's like, let's go upstairs. Like she's so intelligent. I was like, I didn't have faith in my cat. I always thought that my other cat would be like the most active and fast learner. But Luna sort of like, even though she's an oldie, she actually learned it faster. And for Negrita, She actually, like, I had a very unpleasant story with her because I tried to make her go downstairs and she scratched me. Look, this that I have here is her doing. She scratched me. Here, I have, like, it looks like as if I have like a ring, a nose ring. Here and here, she scratched me. Ah, I love designer as well. She gave me a tattoo. It hurt so bad, Akira. It hurt so bad. So bad. I swear, like, I was for 2 days, I couldn't touch my nose. It hurt, it stings so bad. Yeah, cat scratches are so painful. Painful, painful. Did her claw stuck? It makes you cry when your nose gets. I was like, and also I was having a cold, so I would have to blow my nose every once in a while, and I couldn't because I suddenly, because of the pain, I would remember that I have this here. Oh, favorite is my favorite, and also I love Simon Says. Yes, I know. I put some because it was very. I put some cream on it. And also my bias is looking so handsome. Like, I'm sorry guys, like I don't, this is not the proper moment to drool over my bias, but I have to say it. He says he's been working out, and I'm so happy. I will get a more muscular Yuta, not skinny Yuta. So I'm so happy. I'm so happy. But yeah, they look amazing. Okay. There's always a proper moment to draw. Yeah, I must say, I must confess, when my bias gets super skinny, I don't find that attractive. I don't find it attractive. Um, but well, it's his lifestyle. He knows what he's doing, and he knows that it's better to be like this in this industry instead of having people telling you to lose weight all the time, and sort of traumatize you with that message over and over. Like, oh, you need, every time they give you a feedback, oh, you need to lose some pounds. Oh, but I'm glad he's like getting in shape. Yes. But also, I have this thing. I don't know. I was watching today's live stream, and since I catch it like very, very like late, I got to the part where each of them give messages or their personal point of view about this anniversary, what they want to say to the fans, and it was Doyoung's turn. Always Doyoung is the victim, always. Like they always tease Taeyeon, not Taeyeon, Doyoung, and he was just telling this very this very heartfelt view that he has about these 8 years, this very emotional. He wanted to give this emotional message out, and he started telling a part of Lovely Runner. So he started telling like how this the female lead somehow has taught this the male lead that he shouldn't, like he should live for himself, and he was like, I believe that that's what NCT want for us. So he was like getting there, but it was so, because he took so long to explain it, because of course he was talking about Lovely Runners. So it was confusing for them to be like, okay, this girl that you're talking to, they were asking like, is she a friend? Is she a girlfriend? Then they didn't understand that part about her being able to see the future. So, and he had to explain it and also go back to the part that he found meaningful. And I don't know if the guys were like laughing because it took so long for him to get the idea out, that I don't know if, I believe it was Yuta or Jungwoo, the ones that were like pretending that they were falling asleep during his speech. And he was so annoyed. And he was like, you interrupted me. I really had a message out of this. I wanted to say something meaningful, something emotional. And he lost the moment. And he got annoyed. He was like, okay, and then I will tell NCTzens, I will tell them later. I would start all over, so you will have to pretend like you didn't listen like to the first part. Like you heard it, like when I tell you the story, you're going to pretend like you listened to it like as if it is the first time. So, but he was so annoyed. And I think that it is annoying. It's so annoying. I can sort of see it. There's always someone, but this is a group dynamic that it happens a lot, especially in the work environment. When you have this, I don't know if you guys have these monthly reunions with the staff. I used to work we were a staff of 10 sales people. So every time, like there were the people that they just went there to just eat and just being there and hanging out, you know, and sort of enjoying the moment of being seated and eating what was available. And they never like gave like a good idea or, you know, a good opinion, like, you know, answering some questions, proposing something new. No, they were just there to hang out, to just pass the time, you know, and just being there. But every time one of the people wanted to share something important, like something meaningful, or maybe talk about how they felt about the situation, they would start laughing. They would start making fun of the person or would just interrupt them. And I'm like, wow, that felt like, that dynamic, it felt like back in the days I had coworkers like this. And it's so annoying because it's like at the end you laugh because yeah, it's part of the dynamic of the group, and these things happen, and it's healthy that this happens. But seeing it like on the live stream, I was laughing. Like it's always Doyeon. Doyeon is cute. Yeah, reminds me of Baekhyun with Suho. Yeah, there's always that one person that wants to make like a very serious and sort of like having this point of view where they are like, you know, guys, I want to say this and this happened to me, and there's always the ones that start laughing in the background, or they just are talking between themselves and they don't listen. They are not listening to what the other is saying. So it's hilarious. This sort of dynamics is. But these things happened because these things happen in this dynamic because you trust the people. You have been working with them for a very long time, so like you're like, oh, there he goes again, ranting about this. Okay, yeah, we know. It's not done with malice. It's not done on purpose. It's a group dynamic. It's the same as when you are in class and you start talking with the person that you hang out the most, and you start talking and gossiping among each other, and you're like, talking, and then someone is like, can you stop talking? We're in a class right now. So yeah, this is, but I was laughing because he got so annoyed because he wanted to take the lovely runner concept, or maybe a scene that he found that it was so, because it was very interesting that the lovely runner about the dynamic between the fan, how the fan feels for the idol, and how the idol feels for the fan. So her trying to give him a message, it's like, don't lose yourself. Stop thinking about others. Live your own life. Live for yourself. So yeah, the message was very beautiful, yeah. I'm sure he will tell it somewhere else. It's always Jaehyun. That happens a lot. I skip staff day like it's a plague. Yeah, staff day, it's like high school reunion. I swear, and maybe there are people that are in their 30s, 40s, and you're like, I cannot believe you guys are behaving like this. Like, this is serious. Yeah, and men tend to handle teasing better too. That's how they bond. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I was like, poor Taeyeon. Poor Taeyeon. It's always him. It's always him. It's always him. This man must be a Cancer moon. I know everyone says, like, I've seen his birth chart and they're like, oh, he's a Gemini moon. But there's no way that man is just air placement. He must have emotional placements, or maybe all his placements are in the 8th house, because that man seems very emotional, like everything feels very personal for him. Like, if you do something that he dislikes or he feels uncomfortable, he retreats, but also it feels like he will hold on to that wound for a very long time. It seems like a Cancer rising, Cancer moon, because you can see how he's hurt. And if it was just if he was just another of the Aquariuses that we have in that group, he wouldn't mind. He would just keep talking, or he would just forget. He would be like, oh, well, yeah, I got interrupted. I forgot what I was saying. Let's move on. But no, he feels deeply, deeply offended. Like. You're right, Vanessa. He has corrected it since then. He's indeed a Cancer moon and Gemini rising. Thank you, Fluffy. For the longest time, he was officially Gemini moon and Scorpio rising. Yeah, I felt something like emotionally him. I was like, there's no way that man is just Aquarius and Gemini. There's no way. There's no way, because Johnny is that combination. And Johnny, like, if you see, he has a blank face. Like, if you try to be funny with him, he's going to be witty and answer you back and just like, double the bet. With more communication. He's coming at you with more communication. But for Taeyeon, it's like you say something that takes him out of his comfort zone, and he's like, oh! It's so obvious that it bothers him to a deep level. No, not yet, Samara, not yet. I didn't read for Samara. I wouldn't be surprised if idols give their own beer time on purpose, knowing some of their fans will try to deep dive into their chart. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. In that time, in that, you know how I agree with that? I agree because of JK's birth chart. When he said that, oh yeah, he was born not 3 a.m., it was 3 p.m., and everyone started like, oh, he is a double Virgo. He's a Virgo sun and Virgo moon. That man has a Leo moon. Like I don't know him, like I don't claim I know JK. This is just my opinion. Like I'm not an expert, but he's called the golden magnet. I have proof that JK is born in the afternoon, and it's because he's Sacho, actually. Yeah, too, because of his Sacho. Yeah, I think that they just like give this sort of confirmation so people stop asking. It's like, yeah, it's 3 p.m. Yeah, I think it's 3 p.m. Like, honestly, I think that like a birth chart is not the problem. Maybe there's people that they do something else with that information. It can be some spell or something or something. Maybe he knows of this. I don't know. You know that Korean culture, they also have their people that do spells and all those things. Maybe they take those data, they take data information like the birthday and the birth time, and they do something with that. Because for an analysis, astrological analysis, it's not that deep. It's to talk about different aspects of his personality, but it's not to sentence him to like, oh, because he's a Leo moon, he's going to be like this all his life. No. But yeah, maybe he has another reasons why. And also he's a Mars in Scorpio. I would doubt he would say it just freely. I know he has a Libra aspect and influence, so he wants to please the fans. But at some point, I think that he is very smart when it comes to information about him. So probably he's not that open as people think. Or at least he should learn with time and experience not to be that open and available. He once said his Sachu is full of fire, and that's only possible with the PM birth chart. It also matches the character chosen by his parents for his first name. Oh, you still think he has a Leo moon? Do you think it's a Leo rising? Yeah, I don't know about his rising, but I do believe in the Leo moon. I don't know why. Maybe it's just a perception of mine. Yeah. I knew the young was always a Cancer moon because he's born on the 1st while I'm born on the 2nd. Even though we're born on different years, Gemini moon would not make sense. Yeah, don't mess with Doyon. Like I'm a Doyon defender. Like, but he's so funny because he cannot hide it. That he gets like this is what I love about him, because if he is offended, he's not going to hide it, and an air sign probably is going to dismiss it right away. It's like whatever you said, whatever, you know. He's the only Aquarius in there that seems very affected by other people's opinion. He's the only one. But the time of birth is also a tattoo, so he didn't reveal just any time of birth. Yeah, probably the number it's accurate, but maybe the AM or PM, I don't know. Yeah, I'm a Mars in Scorpio, and I would lie about my birth chart just to do it. Yeah. For us as Scorpio placements, we do like unconsciously we are secretive like this. It's not like the other day I was laughing so much because it's like I, for example, when I'm at my house, I tend to keep the blinds of the windows closed. Like, and I'm so paranoid about them. And you know, there's people that are like, but why? Like, no one is going to be peeking on your window like that. I always close them. I don't want someone to like today I have a very bright day and I have like the closed the curtains and everything is closed, mostly because of the lighting, you know, that usually is very bright. If you see it, it's still very bright. But I'm very secretive about the curtains, about the windows. Like I don't want someone to be watching what I do. I don't know. There's a lot of houses around. And that's a very Scorpio thing, you know, to be like, you know, I want to lock all the windows. Like, like I want to be in the darkness. Like, I don't want anyone to watch what I do inside my house. So, you know, I'm that distrustful. And also when someone asks me something very personal, the first thing I say is why. Like, you ask me something personal and I'm like, why? Like, I answer a question with another question. Like, why do you want to know? You know, like, so yeah. And it's not like to be suspicious, like, oh, that person that wants to do something to me. No, it's just our nature. But it's BM because of his Saju card. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I want to learn about Sashu, Fluffy. I want to learn how to read Sashu. Saju. I cannot. I know I always tell you that with the J, I have a huge problem. Saju. I want to learn how to read Saju. As someone with a bunch of Aquarius placements deep in the 8th house, yes. Yeah, but with you is different, Samara, because you do have Mars in Aries. That is so fitting. Like Mars in Aries is is a person that knows how to defend themselves. Is someone that has this, even if you are not being aggressive, but you have this like position energetically, people know that they cannot mess with you. You can be super small, like looking like you're not a menace, but they are going to be afraid of your anger anyway, or they're going to suspect that you don't have that many patience, I would say. Mars in Aries is an energy that is very intimidating, even though you cannot, like, you don't see the person as being aggressive, but you sense that they could have very little patience, or that they could snap just like this. But Taeyeon doesn't have that. He seems like, oh my God. Yeah, I don't like sharing much information about myself. I've got a problem hearing stories. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I'm actually very good at keeping secrets. Like if you want to tell me, like either you're a stranger or a friend, if you want to tell me, well, this is why I'm a therapist, because it's like what you tell me is something between you and me. I don't share it with others. I don't share it with others. No. Like when we have like the combo, like the conversation is between you and me, and I don't like, it doesn't cross my mind to be like, oh, because they told me. No. I asked why too. Oh, thank you, Fluffy. Gemini is Scorpio, Venus, and Mars, and I believe that there's some soccer playing, like a group, like a local soccer team that I believe that they won, and they are from, like, there's fireworks and things. If you hear it, it's fireworks. Jimmy's Scorpio, Venus, and Mars and Army were surprised when he finally showed his home. It makes sense. Idols give so much. They should keep something to themselves. It must be so draining to give so much to the audience. Like, it must be draining. Especially because they push you to, like, we have to create content. Like, actually, like, I think that what is so annoying about, you know, we were talking about the internet and just people creating their own content based on something that you said. For example, like if you see an idol like sharing their houses, like sharing, like doing a live stream on their house and being like showing you like every corner, but then you have another person like a fan or someone that is going to create these zooms of his the parts of his house, or like, oh look, behind the doors there's something hidden, and I sort of made a video zooming in on every part of his house, every part of his face, every part of what he's wearing, and like, and they create content out of that distortion of what he already has given you. So this is why I think that when you are a private person, if you give that access, you don't know what people are going to do with that information. At what lengths they are going to go to sort of like spread that information. And then you have people that are like, oh, I have this theory that he has this upside down because it means this, and then he changed. Did you notice the shirt that he was wearing? It's like and then it's like it never ends. So it seems like what you shared is not enough, that there has to be analysis of what you already shared and conspiracies about why you shared. So it feels so disgusting because it's like, ugh. And not fitting my mom who changes in front of the window or even open door. Sagittarius, and there need to be a response. Yeah. My mom complains about me not wanting to be seen at the point. I don't open the curtains or get paranoid when I have to go to the backyard to wash clothes and people can see me. Yeah, because you know, now that actually, like, I have this room upstairs, like, and I look through the window and I notice how I can somehow look at the people that they also have their houses like upstairs. They have another apartment upstairs. So from my window, I can see their backyard, or I can see their, like, you know, the roof of their houses. And probably they had been able to see me, like, going to do some chores in the backyard. And like you said, like doing, washing my clothes and hanging them. And they had seen me, and I never, like, look up and be like, oh, there's someone upstairs that is looking at me from my window, like, through their window. I would get paranoid. So yeah, if we start analyzing, it's like we can go very far. No, let's pretend we don't know. Yeah, it's so weird. People get so observant and run with everything. Hey, Danya. Okay. Okay, I'm going to continue with NCT Jaehyun and Yuta, their friendship, how they are doing these days. Jaehyun and Yuta. Jaehyun, Yuta. Why? Why my bias is like this? I swear, guys, I'm going to do a compilation of the dynamic readings that I do that include my bias and other people. And I'm going to show you how in those different clips, Yuta gets the devil card. The other day I was reviewing an old reading that I did for him and Taeyeon. Because I was looking the link for someone that wanted to see the reading on TikTok, but I was looking, I was like, I already done it, it's in a live stream, I don't remember which, I'm going to look for it. I remember the Mark, the reading between him and Mark, that I did a few months ago. Then Taeyeon and Yuta, and then I believe there was also one of Jungwoo and Yuta. He always gets the devil card. And here, it's the same. He doesn't change. He doesn't change. It's like, I love it. I love it. I love it. And also, this is Latin American moment where we have these people, like the sales people that start. Okay. From Jaehyun's, Jaehyun's point of view, the Hermit, the Fool, and the King of Wands. From Yuta, we have the Ace of Cups, which again is a very lovely card. It's about openness, and my bias is feeling very emotional towards his teammates. So I love it for him because we had seen Yuta being a bit like, if he wasn't with Mark, he wasn't like smiling and giggling with all the members. So he's open. He's feeling a lot of emotions, and I love it. The devil, and the Page of Wands. And then from the other deck, we have the Tower, revealed. Yeah, I think that the relationship, honestly, is going through a phase of rebuilding. Like, they are rebuilding their relationship. The relationship is not the same, but I think that it has to do because both of them, honestly, they are very focused on their individual projects. I think that from Jaehyun's perspective, Jaehyun is really hard to get to know. Every time I see he always gets the Fool and the Hermit. So I think that Jaehyun, honestly, he's not that emotional. He's not a man that he's that emotional. But he has some wisdom. There's a reason why he keeps some things to himself, and why he takes time to. He's not a talker. He's much more an observant of life and the dynamic that he has with the members. I think that he observes Yuta so much. He learns from Yuta that much. He probably doesn't say it that often. There's something about Jaehyun not being that expressive about like, okay, I really care about this person. But I see it here with the Fool. I think that definitely he admires Yuta's ability to start over and being different, and maybe accepting certain challenges or certain business opportunities or maybe jobs that if you see this in these cards, we see one person. So it's all about their individual process. And I think that he has been observing Yuta's individual projects maybe, or his individual decisions. So he's like sort of taking those as lessons for himself. And he's like, okay, if Yuta is risking into the unknown, I can do it too. I can do it too. It's my moment. And I think that he's in this process of absorbing a lot from the others. But he's also feeling very confident in his friendship with Yuta. He's feeling very confident. I think that he is much more mature in this connection than Yuta, because Yuta, from the last card, he got the Page of Wands. So see the difference? Jaehyun ends with this King of Wands, and Yuta has this Page of Wands. So definitely, I don't know if who is younger or who is oldest, but when it comes to a spirit or spiritually or his energy, Jaehyun is much more stable. Jaehyun is much more intelligent, I would say much more spiritual, and this has to do with him not judging anyone. He is a free soul, he observes, he doesn't say much, he doesn't judge Yuta nor the others. He's just immersed in the connection, he is present, but at the same time he's different. There's something about Jaehyun in this connection just being very, very brave, very brave. I think that he's a very stable friend. He's a very stable friend, and he has more influence on Yuta than he thinks. Because if we see this King of Wands, definitely, even though he can be shy, he can be like just a mystery, focusing on himself, and also his energy feels like he's also moving around from here to there and starting this project and then starting something new. Like at the end, he is someone that he learns a lot from Yuta, and that he's very passionate about their connection. He's very present and he's very proud. And probably there's something about him being like, I would protect Yuta from anything. Like there's something about him being very loyal. At the end, if he has to show up for Yuta, he would. He would. There's something about him being like, I will protect my friend. I will protect my friend. I will be there for him. But he's also someone that he doesn't judge where you come from or your decisions. He's just looking. He's observing Yuta. And I think that probably both of them are both silent. Both of them probably don't say that much to each other. There's not much communication. It's not like, oh, what did you do yesterday? Oh, yeah, I did this. Oh, yeah. No, it's much more like let's be friends and just let's hang out and just being two guys together. And probably both of them are very introverted. Both of them are so introvert. It's like, yeah, you're so fun, but yeah, I just let you be you and I will be me. But at the end, I think that he is much more stable than Yuta. I would say he is like the most stable in this connection. And even though he is like, yeah, we both have like crazy personalities, or we are very unexpected, like, we are, I don't know why I feel like he would say like we are very weird people. Like sort of saying like not everyone understands what we are about. But he's like, if it's because for my friend, I will defend him. I will defend him. I will show up. And he was very protective over Yuta. I would say that for Yuta, he would get up and he would do something to protect him. And probably he also gives Yuta he's very motivational as well and very honest. Like, you shouldn't do this or you should do this. Even though maybe he's younger, but it feels like he has a stability that, like, at the end of the day, I think that Jaehyun is much more traditional than people think, even though he is also the energy of the fool. He can be unpredictable, but I think that he has certain things figured out that maybe Yuta hasn't yet. Yuta is still on the way, but there's a lot of admiration. And from Yuta perspective, yeah, we have the Ace of Cups, we have the Devil, and we have the Page of Wands. So definitely for Yuta, it's like, yeah, he loves a lot. He loves Jaehyun a lot. He loves him a lot. Like, there's something about him being open emotionally for Jaehyun, It's like, for him, I definitely feel a love appreciation. I feel very happy when I'm with him. But also, the devil, again, like I said, when he got these cards for other members, Yuta's love and friendship is not easy. He is, he gives tough love. There's something about him, giving you love, but at the same time, he's also someone that if he has to, to sort of like give you a harsh truth, he doesn't sugarcoat things to the people that he loves. So there's something about him just, coming and going, like, just like, yeah, I love you, but, like, I'm not exclusive with you. I love everyone. Or I go from here to here. I flirt with this person and I flirt with the other. And he's feeling ambitious. There's something about, this is why we have the Page of Wands. Because if we see here, probably for Jaehyun is much more stable when it comes to what members he hangs out the most, or who he likes better, or who he has like more chemistry with, and he's like much more stable. He's like, yeah, I know who my people are. But for Yuta feels a bit much more like a wild child, like much more immature. He's like sort of testing the waters, like, yeah, today I'm nice, tomorrow I'm going to ignore you. Then probably I'm going to say something hurtful. I'm going to take the scorpion sting, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to use the sting on you, tell you something, and then I'm going to walk away, and then I'm going to disappear, and then I'm going to come back. So for him, it's all about it's a very intense connection. He definitely feels very deeply. He treasures Jaehyun relationship and love very much. He's open to receive and give love. This is something very good for Yuta, but at the same time, he is playing. He's playing. He's being adventurous. He's like, okay, who can I build a better dynamic with? Okay, today is with Jaehyun, well, tomorrow is going to be with someone else, because I'm curious and I want to, I want to experience, like, okay, who I have the best chemistry with. And definitely for him, this is exciting. For him, this is exciting. Also with the devil, I think that he loves to have this very, it can be for fan service as well, but I think that him as a friend, he also has this very, this trait of him wanting to leave his friends, wanting for more. I don't know if he's like this in romantic relationships, but with friends or with acquaintances, he's also like this. It's like at first he can be super available, like sort of like wanting to meet you all the time. I mean, like, yeah, let's see each other, let's hang out. But then he disappears. Then he disappears and he leaves you hanging. And you're like, where did you go? I thought we had something special. And no, it seems like he has somewhere else to go. He's going somewhere else. He's traveling, he's meeting other people, like he's going to go and create this chemistry with someone else. So he's very much an adventurer. In this case, I can see his Mars in Sagittarius being just much more like a player, like a very playful person. Like, yeah, like you're obsessed with me, but also this other one is obsessed with me, so I'm here because I love the attention. But it's super fun and it's so dynamic. It's so dynamic. It sort of keeps people on their toes. They don't know when they're going to get a good moment with, or build a strong chemistry with Yuta, because it feels like Yuta is the one in control about the chemistry. Yuta is always the one in control. He's always the one in control. But he does it from a place of love. Definitely he loves the members. This is not just him being flirtatious and playing. For him, he's like, I'm open. This year, I'm giving love to all of you. So yeah, you have your moment with me. But tomorrow, we don't know. And at the same time, I think that since Jaehyun also is a loner, it's like Jaehyun is not like that. He will not feel devastated. Jaehyun is not jealous. He's not possessive. He's not going to be like crying and being like, oh no, Yuta went and and had some more screen time with someone else. No, he's like, go and do what you have to do. But yeah, with the Car of the Tower rebuild, definitely they are adapting. They are adapting, and I think that it has to do. It has to do with their dynamic is changing because I believe that there's going to be much more moments with other members. Probably they are going to build dynamics with other members that you haven't seen before, or members that you at some point you've seen it but you didn't see much, and now probably they are going to the members are going to have this dynamic or maybe this content with other people that you are like, oh, I never see these two hanging out, and you're going to see it. So this is why we have the tower, because they have to rebuild, they have to adapt to what whoever comes up to do a chemistry with or to do a content with, they have to adapt, and they have to show that they are having fun and that they're trusting each other, and yeah. Yeah. Yuta is a trip. I would grab my bias by the hair. I would be like, where are you going? But yeah, this is why, me and my bias, we would never work. We would never work because I'm super possessive. Like, no, 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 no. I don't care how much they pay you to have chemistry with others. You are not going to do it in front of my nose. No. Like, I would be like, where are you going? No. Yeah, but like seriously, I would feel I am like this. I also have my moments where I'm like I would I cannot say it like spontaneously or I cannot say instantaneous, that word. I would just be like this. I would, would be like this. Where are you going? Where are you going? But yeah, this is why me and Scorpio man, we don't work. We don't work because no, I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, no. No. I need consistency. Like, it's not fun. I don't find it cute. Like, you're either with me or you're not with me. That's the thing. That's the thing. Hey, Lori. But yeah, God bless Jaehyun and his Aquarius placements that he's so toxic free. I need someone like him. Let me be. I need to feel it. Consistency is not my thing. Yeah. 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 Yeah, what is mine is mine. I don't share. I don't share. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. I wish I could pretend like, oh yeah, go do what you have to. No. I have a Castellian and same, no game playing or bouncing all over the place. Yeah, this is why I keep dating earth signs, because they don't get me this much trouble. They understand very fast who is in charge. But with a Scorpio, I wouldn't be able. I wouldn't be able. No, 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 no. I think I would get violent, and this is not going to end up well, and I'm going to ruin my reputation. So no, no, let's not go there. I can and can't be okay with that. If I feel trapped, I go feral. Yeah, and there's people that are like this. Yeah, they need their time. They need is like, and honestly, like Danya, this is why I'm like, I don't know if I'm such a hypocrite, probably. But you know that usually, as the Plutonian person that I am, as the Scorpio moon that I am, I'm very possessive. I'm not jealous. I'm possessive. I'm not jealous. I don't get jealous. I get possessive. Like what is mine, including people. Um, but you know, when someone tries to control me, I get very disgusted all of a sudden, and I don't find it cute. I don't find it cute when someone gets jealous of me or when they make a scene, like when they are trying to imply like, oh no, you're seeing others, like don't go out, don't do this because I get jealous. I feel like I'm trapped and I cannot breathe. Which is, this is like like, I don't know if it's like a paradox, if it's like something that it has to do with Scorpio placements just wanting to be in control in the situation but not wanting to be controlled themselves. Like actually, like for example, I had like two exes that they were obsessed with me. They just wouldn't stop, like they wouldn't leave me alone, and I felt so sick to my stomach when that happened. When in my place there were other women that they were so flattered by having their ex stalk them. For me, it was like, I'm disgusted. Stop following me around. It's like, I don't like this. I'm starting to hate you. like you know, like, don't do that, because if you start chasing me, I don't like it. Like, if it's over, if I tell you that I don't like it and that it's over, you have to get the word. But like, if I don't get obsessive over people, but I do feel intensely over the people that I like. When I like someone, I like that person a lot. When I like something, I like that something a lot. But I don't know why I feel like when I receive it, I feel like I cannot breathe. And I get so on the defensive. It's like, please don't get obsessed with me. Please. Like, don't. This is not what I want. This is not what I want. This is not. So this is why I think that this is why Scorpio people feel when they have someone that is like, what are you doing? Are you running away? No, you stay here with me. And I think that they probably are like, whoa, crazy woman, stop. Like, who are you to tell me what I can do and cannot do? So yeah, this is why I never date Scorpios, because I think that we wouldn't understand. We would understand, but we wouldn't understand. It's so weird. Because he sounds like the type to not even tell me. Today I'm here because I took the day with my own permission. I'm a Cap, but I don't get that jealous or possessive. I believe my Aquarius placements allow me to be more detached. Yeah, Anna, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, there is a Scorpio nature. Yeah, especially when they try to control a manipulation in a covert manner. Yeah, I couldn't date a Scorpio either. Like, as friends, we are soulmates. My friends, my Scorpio friends, they are a part of my soul. I love them so much. And all the people that have Scorpio placements, I love them so much. And we will always be friends because we have this respect for each other's intimacy and our times and you know, how we are protective of each other, you know, like we don't invade each other. But I think that for me to date someone, I am possessive. So if you don't understand where I come from when I want exclusivity, or when I'm like, you know, I thought that you said that you wanted this with me. Why are you running away? Because I'm just letting you know. where are you going? Because if you go, then you don't come back. This is the thing with me. I'm that absolutist, I would say, or exaggerated. I don't know. For me, it's like you can go, play how much you want to play, go, but don't come back. I will not be here. I will not be available. This is why I'm stopping you, and I'm like, where are you going? What are you doing? Because I will not be sitting waiting. It's like, okay, you are leaving, I'm leaving too. So, yeah, let's play fair. But, yeah, I don't know. This is why the mysterious thing doesn't work with me. It's like, I don't find it attractive that you play mind games with me. No, you are with me or you are not with me. That's the like. And if you don't know, well, that's that's a huge sign that you are not for me. If you don't know, if you are an adult, and if you don't know if you like someone, like, okay. Okay, Chachalino. For me, I don't love that easily, but when I do, I do. But no, I try not to be a hypocrite and regulate what I can manage. Yeah. For me, same, Danya. I believe that for all us Capricorn is maybe for a lot of Earth signs, it's also like for us to get to the point of choosing someone and being like, okay, I kind of see myself dating this person or spending time with this person. It's like I do everything with a purpose. So if I choose to be with you, and if I choose you, and if I'm staying with you, it's because I had made my mind. I chose you. So what you mean you don't know? That's insulting that you don't choose me, but I did, even with what in choosing you implies, because this is not just like, oh, I woke up one day and I decided that you are the person for me. No, it's after a lot of studies. Sana says she likes jealousy. Yeah, maybe it's her moon in Leo. They love the drama. Yeah, for me, no. It's like, I find it creepy. It's like, no. I'm with the Scorpio moon currently. Thankfully, he's also an Aries rising, so he doesn't have the patience for those mind games, but he still does it a little. For some reason, I find Scorpio women not to be like that, but that could be because I never dated one. Yeah, Scorpio women are different. They're so different. But men, not to say you are like that. Everyone is different and has their influences. Yeah. Yeah, definitely better to be clear in communication. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, but Scorpio men suck at communication. That's the problem. That's where the problem lies. For me, things has to be equal, and it takes self-work because I like to do whatever I want, but I can feel suffocated easily, and I find the people that demand the most, the ones that give back the least. Yeah, exactly, Dania. Yeah. Also, when someone like, I feel like they want to absorb everything of me because they know that I love them. I also feel like I feel like I want to put some distance between us. It's like. It's like, you better go. I just hate those emotional vampires. I think that when I was young, to date someone like this, that nowadays everyone calls a narcissist, it was like living the fairy tale, because in every romance book or series or movie, you had these people. You know, that they are like, oh, if I'm not with you, I will die. Or if you leave me someday, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. Come back, please. Or, oh, without you, I cannot breathe. You know, those very cheesy lines, you know. And you will be like, oh, well, he's like this because he loves me. And then you realize that it's all part of manipulation, you know. That you probably are doing more things for that person than what they're doing for you. So yeah, it's all about recognizing also that you know, you can be a great relationship, and you can be also apart and have your individual desires, but as long as things are clear, I can understand it. Like Hope says, with communication. But if you act all mysterious and disappear, that I don't like. That it triggers my fear of abandonment. That I don't like. Communication is the most important, in my opinion, and respect one another. My Leo moon loves to watch dramas. Well, yeah, I know. Water men in general. I've been with Sagittarius, and they're all about invading your space, while Sag moon is all about needing your space. So expect a lot of you don't love me anymore when I didn't text back because I work. The whole day. Playing the victim. Yes. This is Sagittarius. Even Mama, when I tried to move out, she went on to say I hated her. I like my mysteries in a book or film form. Yeah, I love that phrase. I like my mysteries in book or film form, but not relationships. Just be honest. Okay. Okay. I'm going to continue with NCT Jungwoo and Rise Sungchan. NCT Jungwoo and Rise Sungchan. NCT Jungwoo and Rise Sungchan. Wow. Wow. Did these two train together? Because, well, I know they were part of NCT at some point, but a lot of achievements together. A lot of achievements. And they're so happy for each other. They are advancing a lot, especially Sungchan, and there's a lot of pride. Like, I feel like Jungwoo is like a proud mother. Also, this Three of Swords in this deck, it keeps coming out, the sadness and isolation. But also it can be overcoming this sadness and isolation, because I definitely think that in their dynamic, there's a lot of advances, a lot of willpower, a lot of like support for each other. It's like from Jungwoo's part, we have the Queen of Wands, the Magician, and the Queen of Swords. So maybe because Jungwoo probably is older, but it feels like Jungwoo is like the mother, or Jungwoo is like the leader, I would say. Like, you should do this, you should go and do this, like, don't give up, like, keep doing this, keep doing this. But yeah, from Sungchan we have the Chariot, we have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Six of Wands. So definitely for him, this connection, this friendship matters a lot. And we have the Three of Swords, sadness and isolation. And I think that probably this card, the Three of Swords, it shows their journey together. Maybe when they started, they went through a lot of sadness. Maybe at some point them being separated somehow, like they felt like, you know, no one understood the importance of their bond. I feel like really these guys are very close. They are so close. And at this point, is like, for me, from Jungwoo's side, is like a mother looking very proudly, like looking at their child with so much pride in their eyes and being like, you made it. Like, but also him being part, or him being a part of Sungchan's success, I would say. Because I see him very involved. I see him very involved. I see Jungwoo very involved in this. You know, I see him like being like, follow me, do what I say. It's like giving him a lot of pieces of advice and also being like, you know, being a sort of guidance. I don't know if maybe they had practiced together, if they share, if Jungwoo shares knowledge with Sungchan, but there's something about him being like, be more, practice more, be better, keep practicing, be better. Work with what you have. You are talented, like adapt, don't give up, adapt, adapt. You got this. And if you don't got this yet, if you haven't learned or managed something yet, you will. But keep advancing. And also being like, I don't know why it feels like he's a trainer of Sungchan. I don't know why I feel like he is like a coach. Like being like you, giving him directions. You should be like this. You should do this. You should do like this. You should, you know, I see him just very like a mother, you know, sort of a bit overbearing, I would say. But at the same time, it's like what is pushing him to see the potential. And it's like, don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Go. There's future for you. There's future available for you. Go. Definitely in moments probably of Sungchan not being able to see clearly his own potential, Jungwoo being like this leader. I don't know why I feel like he's a leader. For Sungchan is like the mother, or it's like this person that is older than me, but also that is this person that sees the potential in me when I wasn't able to see it myself. So he's very important. He's so important in Sungchan's evolution, I would say. And he will continue to be this. Like, you know, everyone is having, it was having, like, having some laughter about, you know, Taeyeon leaving Jungwoo as the leader of NCT. But I don't know. I kind of see Jungwoo being a leader backstage. Actually, Jungwoo is much more present or has much more influence than what people think or see. It's just that probably, you know, the role that he has to play in maybe in NCT127 or in other NCT units, but mostly NCT127, is him being the funny one. But actually, I see Jungwoo being very influential. Very influential. Very knowledgeable also. And it's like sort of teaching Sungchan. Like, is teaching Sungchan, isn't Sungchan, is teaching him to be smarter, be playful, and adapt. Whatever they offer you, adapt. Adapt to it. Even if you don't like it at first, even if you feel lost at first, adapt. You will figure it out eventually. But adapt. Don't stay feeling small. Don't stay feeling like this. Sad and isolated. I don't know if you can see in here with this card, inside we have this person feeling alone and sadness, feeling alone and sad, but then, you know, they are able to set themselves free. So see, even in the hard times, there's a potential for you to grow and expand. Like, just keep moving your energy. Do not get stuck in a cycle of feeling pity for yourself. Just go and do it. And we have from Sungchan, we have the chariot, that this is like the major arcana of Cancer, and he is a Cancer moon. So yeah, it's very meaningful. I would say the road that he had gone with Jungwoo, or with Jungwoo's assistance. We have the Nine of Cups and we have the Six of Wands. So it's a journey of recognizing his own value and not stopping. And maybe for him, since he's someone that he's so melancholic, he's a very emotional person. For him, when something affects him from the past, it's really hard for him to keep advancing. This is why I believe that maybe, Jungwoo's intervention, it has to do with him realizing that, yeah, you had to adapt, you had to advance, you had to keep going, but you got a better gift. You got your dream come true at the end. And also with the Six of Wands, it's like, enjoy it. You deserve it. You deserve it. And also Sungchan is so loyal to Jungwoo. He feels so emotional. It's like, you went through with me through all this. And now that I am doing better, I recognize it, that you had always been there for me. And he's just so sweet. He's full of emotions. He's so emotional. I said this for the Rise members. I said that all of them are emotional, but Suntaro, because of everything that they had to go through, they do have a special bond together. Probably the trauma bound. They were trauma bonding because everything was so unexpected for them and they had to be in the unknown. But I think that there's something that Sungchan was able to overcome with Jungwoo's assistance. And I think that this is deeper than, just go and work. Probably he had some challenges emotionally. He was feeling down, or he was feeling like a bit too sad. When you are this is why we got the Three of Swords. Sadness and isolation is when you have this very sad feeling inside of you, that you isolate yourself because you're like, no one understands what I'm feeling. And I think that there's something about him hiding it also from others. Like him not telling a lot of people that probably he had been sad for a while, that he had been feeling not so bad, now not so good about himself for a while, that even though he smiles and he shows up and he does what he has to do, he deals with a strong feeling of sadness and sometimes feeling like he's out of place, like he doesn't belong. So probably this is why he's like, I'm advancing, even though there's moments where I don't know if I want to keep doing this. I feel so overwhelmed. Sometimes he lacks passion, he lacks motivation. So then this is why you have to push him, because he gets too in his feelings or in his mind, and you just lose him. You lose him. This is why we have all these queens from Jungwoo's side being so overprotective, being like, I'm not letting you, like, continue, keep going. I'm not letting you alone until you advance. I'm not, like, I'm keeping my eye on you. I'm keeping my eye on you. Don't give up. Okay, I'm going to continue with the Cancer of Enhypen for Sunoo. Sunoo of Enhypen. Let's see this 2024 for him. The Nine of Swords in the middle is very present. It's very present. Yeah, there's some changes in this year for Sunoo. For him, we start with the Queen of Swords, Six of Swords, Nine of Swords, Six of Wands, and Justice. Yeah, Enhypen Sunoo. And he got the Death card. That the keyword is release. So yeah, a year of transformation for him. Also, I think that I don't know if maybe in Belief, I believe it's called Belief, their company. If there's a woman, if there's someone in power that sort of gives him these feedbacks that doesn't make him feel very confident about himself. Like there's someone that is just so like he feels pressure by this person, by this person's authority, or maybe by the way they talk to him. You know, I see his energy feeling a bit like, you know, every time you talk to me, I feel like you are accusing me of something, and I don't like it. And definitely this is not a member. This is like maybe someone from the company, maybe like I don't say a CEO, but there's someone. It's a woman, and it's not Min Hee-jin because you know every time a woman comes up in the ring, like everything it has to do with Min Hee-jin is like the culprit of everything. But no, it's not her. But I think that this person quit because I have the Six of Swords. So there's something about him being able to move on because this person is like no longer with them. So he's like mentally, he's like, okay, now I feel better. Now I feel better. Sunoo is very sensitive to feedback. And it depends on how you tell him things because he takes them very personally. And this also can be because he is a Cancer man, so he is very sensitive. And we have the Nine of Swords in the middle. So he's also an overthinker. I don't remember if he has like air placements, but it seems like he has trouble sleeping. He has insomnia. There's something that troubles him deeply, that he thinks over and over and over. And he probably sometimes he gets so inside his mind, like thinking that people doesn't like him. There's something about him being like, you know, I think that people don't like me. I think that, you know, this person said this to me and I cannot forget what they said to me. You know, I think that they don't like me. So for him, it's really hard to let go of all discussions, you know, like, and maybe it's not even discussion. It's not even, you know, a discussion, but for him, words are just very hurtful. He's feeling very sensitive. But at the end, we have the Six of Wands and we have the Justice. So I think that he is going to get his justice. I don't know if it has to do with, you know, the people that he doesn't like or that he thinks that these people is making his life miserable. At some point, they're going to go away or they're going to get fired. So there's something about him being relieved and feeling victorious. You know, finally, justice was made. Finally, justice was made. And I feel so much relieved out of this. I think probably it's the company that he feels so frustrated because probably the feedback that they give him is like they want him to do something else or to be more or to do something that he doesn't feel comfortable with doing. And since he cannot say or he cannot express his insatisfaction, he's left with this feeling of like, okay, I feel inadequate. I feel like I don't belong here. You always make me feel like I'm lacking in something. But also it can be, you know, that he has to maybe get more mature when it comes to these feedbacks, because probably they say this to all of them, but for him, he feels like it's directed to him, you know, that is personal. And this is why he cannot like get rid of this obsessive thinking of like, oh my God, this person said this to me. It's because they don't like me. It's because they have something against me. And no, actually, maybe this person is like this, just very cold and just very bossy, but because they are like this, that's it. But I see him like sort of getting justice for something. So I think that he's going to shine no matter what. Like he's going to get, if there's a comeback or if there's a possibility for him to do some solo activity, he's going to get his moment. He's going to get his moment to shine. Things are going to start to be much more on his favor. You know, the balance is going to go more towards him. And this is why I think that he's waiting. He's waiting for some things to change. I don't know why. I feel like probably he's waiting for some people to go away. Because I have the Six of Swords in here. So I don't know if some people are resigning or if they're moving or if there's some changes around in his work. But I think that he's waiting for this change. And once they're gone, he's like, oh, finally. He's like, finally, I can get these people away from my energy because I don't like them. They make me feel anxious. They make me feel like everything that I do is worthless. So yeah, with the card of release, see the Death card. That is like release the old, like new things are coming for you. Definitely this year is a year of a lot of transformation for Sunoo. But yeah, first he has to release his perceptions or his nightmares or his overthinking. He also has to learn to let go of old grudges. You know, there's something about him just not being able to let go properly of, you know, what was said to him or what he thought that it was like an offense. So definitely he also has to mature in this sense. This is why we have the Death card, and the keyword is release, because he needs to release, you know, stop holding on to these these moments, yeah, that maybe, yeah, they make you feel uncomfortable, but also, you know, this is part of somehow adulting. You know, that, yeah, you're going to meet very, you know, unpleasant people, just people being rude, people just being, you know, not so nice when they say something to you. So, but I think that at the end, he's going to see some justice being done. So yeah, I think that some people are going to go away, or some people are going to get fired and they're going to disappear from his life. So he's like, finally. He's like, finally, justice was made. But yeah, it's all in his mind. It's all in his mind. He's feeling sensitive, and he tends to replay the situation over and over in his head. And, you know, probably that person already moved on. They already forgot what they said to him. But for him, it's like, no, they said this to me, you know, and this is why. Okay. I'm going to continue with Girls' Generation Taeyeon and this rapper, Hanhae or Hanhae. I believe it's Hanhae. I don't know how it's pronounced, but yeah. They are part of this variety show. How is it called? Saturday? I don't remember the name, but I know that Key is on it as well. I never remember that variety show. This reading is kind of funny. He will be justice. Bye, be gone. Yeah, he's sort of waiting for amazing Saturday. Thank you, Chachalino. Thank you. Yeah. Something like this is amazing Saturday. Girls' Generation, Taeyeon. And this man, Hanhae or Hanjae. Yeah, both of them have very strong personalities. I would say there's chemistry, but also they fight a lot actually. From Taeyeon's perspective, we have Ace of Cups, the Judgment, and Temperance. And from his side, Hanhae or Hanhae, I don't know how to pronounce it. Two of Pentacles, the Fool, and Ace of Pentacles. And then, the relationship or the friendship, we have the Five of Swords. That it says win or lose. So, I think that their dynamic feels like very new. Feels like, from Taeyeon's side, I think that she's just so happy to be connecting with others. Like there's something about her just emotionally also being very happy, emotionally being open to make new friends, and probably also find love, because we start with the Ace of Cups. We have the Judgment, and we have the Temperance. So definitely our girl is maturing emotionally. She's healing. She is learning also to let go of what people think of her, showing affection or interest in other people. So maybe it's like, she has good chemistry with him. Maybe she definitely does. Hey, Larry. I was just thinking about you, Larry. I was just thinking about you. I was going to send you a link of. Then I will send it the link. It's of the a group of podcasters, but they have it here on YouTube. They were reviewing Exuma. And they are from Mexico as well. So they're so funny. So I'm going to send it to you. Because they answer they had the same questions that we had about some religious factors of the folklore that we didn't understand much. But for Taeyeon, I think that definitely I think that she's healing, and she's like, I don't care what people think of me showing affection or appreciation for someone of the opposite sex, or for people that I'm becoming acquaintances with or that I'm becoming close to. So she's like in her whatever era, she's like, I'm setting myself free. Like if I'm having fun with someone, like if, she's really open. She's really open. Emotionally, she's available to have this dynamic with him. If they are friends, if they could be more, I don't know. But she definitely is healing. This is the important thing. It's like she's finding this courage to be like, I'm going to be my spontaneous self, and I'm going to, if I like someone or if I like to interact with this person, I'm not holding back anymore. Like I'm acting accordingly to how I feel with this person. If I feel like I will have skinship with this person, I will have it. If I'm going to laugh at their jokes, I will do it. I will not restrict myself anymore in front of a camera, afraid of criticism, or afraid of backlash, or afraid of people being like, oh my God, what is she doing with this guy? And I think that she's also feeling very generous. She's feeling like she's probably surrounded by a lot of good people. So she's loving the group, or maybe when where she's working, she's loving the um, the good vibes of the group. So she's like genuinely like making friendships in there. From his side, we have the Two of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Ace of Pentacles. So from his side, it's like I think that he's a bit indecisive. There's something about him also being a bit like immature in comparison to her. He's been nice, he's been playful. He probably is being very playful towards her, like sort of like picking on her from every once in a while. It feels like a high schooler, like attitude, you know, like sort of picking on you and then wanting your attention and sort of like playing, just playing. He's playing with options. He's playing with options as well. He's also with the Fool card and the Ace of Pentacles. He's also like probably starting over in his personal life or maybe in his own profession. He's starting over maybe professionally as well. So he's like taking the risk as well, and he's sort of feeling very victorious in this connection with her. He's feeling like, okay, at first I didn't know if I would have a good response or a positive response from her. So I kind of took a chance to see if she would like me, or to see if, you know, she would get my jokes, or she would like the way I am. And I think that definitely that feels like he feels like, okay, I'm making a very wise decision because I feel like she's super cool, like she's so cool. But yeah, he's been playful. He's been playful. He's been playful, and for him it's not like that serious actually. But he feels victorious. Like he feels like, you know, like actually like she makes me feel good. Probably they have good chemistry, so he feels like, you know, I feel like I took a risk and I gained something valuable back. So yeah, so maybe they're, yeah, I would feel victorious. Yes, well, if Taeyeon would like me. Yeah, she's a tough cookie. She's a tough cookie. I see it here in the Five of Swords that it says win or lose. And here in the middle you have the heart. In the middle of the sword. You have to sort of be brave to go through a connection with her because she is very... I think that sometimes you don't know if she likes you or if she hates you. Because she can be combative from time to time, or she has this attitude of being cold, of being just very distant. And I think that she's trying to get rid of that image. And this is why I think that when I saw the card of the Judgment, the Ace of Cups, the Judgment, and also the Temperance, I think that she has always had to sort of hide her hurt and act tough and hide how she really feels about people. Because there's something about her always having to play the role of the responsible one. And definitely her feeling like instead of acting like a woman of her age, she would act like someone older. Or she would act like, you know, the one that is in control, or the one that is like the boss of you, that is like the authority, that is like, you know, the stable one, that is the one that makes no mistake. And now she's like, you know, I'm also, you know, I'm also sensitive. I'm also a woman. I have feelings. I have desires. I shouldn't have to be so restricted and apologetic about being flirtatious or just smiling too much at someone, or just being, you know, funny, or just having, you know, like I said, a skinship, or just a great chemistry with someone. And I think that she's slowly like sort of like getting rid of her walls. But it's really hard to get to her. It's really hard. This is why we have the Five of Swords, that it says win or lose. You know, they could have the potential to actually, like, you know, becoming closer. But also there could be moments where one of them says or does something that the other person doesn't approve of. And it's like, okay, if you said or done something that I don't approve of, I will cut you off my life. You are no good. So yeah, definitely there's tension. There's something that, yeah, like there's like a very extreme point of view, like this, like I said, like we were chatting like a few minutes ago about having this absolutist view of like, oh, either you are with me or you are my enemy. Like you are with me or you are against me. With the Five of Swords is something like this. It's like, I want to know if I can trust you, but if you do the minimum wrong move, I'm cutting you out of my life. I no longer like like you, or I will not allow you to get close to me because you said something that hurt me. And I think that probably this guy, maybe he talks too much, like he's too honest, or he's a bit clumsy, and he could say something that she would be like, I don't like this. Why did you say that? So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, she's like I think that it also has to do when you had been through so much, you hurt them a bit, you get cold and rigid, and you put up these walls, these invisible walls that you don't see that you're putting the resistance. You think that, oh no, because I know what I want and what I don't want, but at the same time you're also like limiting your experience to love, or to actually getting someone like, maybe, the guy, yeah, he's very humorous, he's hilarious, he has a weird sense of humor, or he's too honest and he's too blunt and he can mess up. So, maybe she's like, no, but maybe she needs someone like this, someone that has this unpredictable energy that can entertain her and make her laugh at herself and others. She has a comeback soon. Let's pull some cards for her comeback before. Let's pull some cards for Girls' Generation Taeyeon comeback. Okay. Oh, did I? I got all the cards in reverse. Sorry, guys. I was holding the deck upside down. Okay. Yeah, she got very good cards. The Strength card, we have the Chariot, we have the Queen of Swords. So yeah, very good. Very good for her. It's going to do well. It's going to do well. It's going to do amazing. And her always like in control of maybe like also the ideas, the execution. She's very involved. She's very involved in this. I mean, I believe that she's probably getting what she wants. Like she's advancing with what she wants. Like there's something about her being able to call the shots, and for her this is great. And I see her with a lot of clarity. For her, it's like, yeah, this is what I got. This is what I'm showing you guys. This is what I prepared for you. Like, I'm feeling proud. I'm being honest. I'm being transparent. So, yeah, she's feeling very much in control. She's feeling very well. Like, coming from an SM, is she part of SM still? Or not? Because, these people, I don't know. Ah, it's called heaven. It's called heaven, and we have all these clouds. Her looking at the heavens with the clarity of the Queen of Swords. It's just that she's tough. Also the Queen of Swords is very tough. So even though she feels proud, she got what she wanted. Like things are being like managed or arranged the way she wanted it. But she could throw a comment here and there, sort of being a bit, like condescendent of being like, yeah, this wasn't what I wanted initially, but yeah, this is what I got. So I could sort of see her like spilling some tea about things that maybe she's like, I actually wanted better, but they didn't have it, so I had to choose this. But one thing is that she's very confident in her talent. Her talent is what moves her. So she's like, and also I think that there's something, I don't know about her fandom, but she's so stable. She probably has like a very stable fandom, or she has very stable supporters. So even emotionally, she feels like, her talent is very well received by people. So definitely, I don't know about her, about Taeyeon's popularity, but it seems like she's very well established. She's very well established, because you know that SM doesn't listen to their artists sometimes. But I think that for her, they do listen. They do listen to her. They do listen to her. But also the strength card as the first card, I think that also it shows me part of her character. Starting with the strength card, I believe that for her, in order to advance with this, she somehow had to repress a bit her anxiety or her anger. There's moments where she loses patience very fast, because probably, things didn't go the way she wanted it initially. But now it's like, with the chariot in the middle, it's like, well, I'm already on the way, let's finish this. Let's give this a proper closure. I will do the promotions, I will show up, like I will sing, but I think that initially she probably felt like, like, I want to shout at some people because this is not what I wanted, or this is not how I wanted things to go. But at the same time, I'm sort of holding myself from reacting, because I feel like it's not their fault. Some mistakes can be done. Okay. Like, she wasn't that, like, I think that she has to there's a lot of things that she doesn't like about them. There's or about how they've been managing her. So she's like, taking a deep breath, maybe meditating, like being like, okay, I will not react. I will not let my anger show. But I am a bit frustrated at how things had been managing. Um, mm, mm, ah, mm, mm. So she is like, she's able to survive because of the queen that she is. Because she's not a child, she's definitely, she knows her worth, she's also very, very honest. She's probably very honest also with her audience. So there's something about her just, showing like no BS. She has no tolerance for BS. But at the same time, she keeps advancing. So yeah, there's some things that yeah, she feels like, I'm losing my patience again. I don't like this. I'm feeling, I don't like this. I don't like this. But, in the middle, she has the advances. She is advancing with her projects anyways. So she's like, okay, I will endure it one more time. But, yeah. But I can sort of see her maybe saying something to the fans, like, some TMI. This happened. I wanted to do this, and this happened. She has very loyal fans. Yeah, aren't all the SM artists throwing shades towards SM currently? SM has been burning with this industry. Yeah. I swear. Okay. Let's see Stray Kids comeback. Stray Kids comeback. Why do I have all these cards? I went into book card and I... They are not shy to do so now. I love it because this is the... I'm sure that this is the deck that influences all these people that they say that they know how to read tarot, that they say like the lovers is the card of love. Yeah, because you have some decks that, you know, they attribute this. The six of, like the lovers, the major arcana number 6 as love. Oh my God. And yeah, it makes sense. They study with this text and they're like, oh, it says that it's love. So it's love. No, it's not love. Okay. But yeah. For Stray Kids comeback, we have the 6 of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Chariot in the middle, we have the 4 of Swords, and we have the Hermit. So yeah, for Stray Kids comeback, I think that definitely their sound is going to be very, maybe it has to do with maybe what they did in the past. There's a lot of nostalgia, like a lot of nostalgia coming from them. Maybe they can sort of create a lyric or create a sound that honors something that they did in the past or where they come from. So it feels very emotional. It feels very emotional, definitely. I think that there's something about them, with the Ace of Swords, they want to address the past. There's something about them feeling like they went through a lot in this very short period. They went through a lot, and probably they want to talk to the audience about what it's like from their perspective to go through all these changes, that they also acknowledge to the audience that they also are aware that they had changed, that they are not the same that when they started. So I think that they are like, okay, we should talk more about this, because if it wasn't for everything that we went through in the past, we wouldn't be here. So it's like, and also I think that they want to honor their past. There's something about them, like, you know, there's certain songs, certain sounds, certain strategies, certain ideas that are part of our identity. We have to hold on very tight to it. We have to honor it. We have to give it room. We cannot keep advancing without looking back at how we got here. And also in the middle, we have also the Chariot, that the Chariot also is a Cancer card also. It talks about you advancing in life, you leaving behind, you know, your old life, your hometown, everything that you know. But at the same time, you keep advancing, you look at the future, but also feeling very emotional for what you are leaving behind. Like you are advancing physically, but emotionally you're still stuck in there. So there's something about them also maybe thinking about the past and just feeling very emotional about it, feeling very emotional. And probably the comeback is going to be about this, you know, about their journey, what got them to where they are right now. Because probably they feel like there's new fans, or maybe there's a new audience that doesn't know their history or where they come from and all the things that they had gone through. And they probably want to acknowledge this. They want to sort of like give it, they want to give a speech about it, or they want to create something around this, maybe dedicated to the fans as well. But it seems that for them, in this moment, it's important to go back to the roots. So yeah, it feels very emotional. Feels very very emotional. And yeah, then we have the Four of Swords and we have the Hermit. So does anyone know if they're going to tour or something like this? Because with the Four of Swords and the Hermit, is there a possibility that them, after releasing this, they go MIA for a few months? Because there's something about them also taking a break and just going silent. Just going silent for the next 4 months or so. But yeah, with the lovers, the card of love, the card of love in here, probably they're feeling very emotional. They're feeling like very, like they want to stop a bit their journey to the top, I would say, to honor the past. And in this Cancer season, it feels like it's very much needed. Like they feel like it's very much needed. But yeah, about the comeback is going to be very received with a lot of love. But yeah, I don't know why I see them then going silent. Maybe they just want to release it and having the fans have their own opinions or reactions about it. And them not intruding that much with promotions and just like, they probably also want to stay a bit like quiet, so the fans also, they give themselves, they immerse in the experience, and each one of you have your own point of view of what this album means to you, album or tracks. I see a lot of silence. There's a world tour. And why do I see? Why do I see that they stop? Like they are slowing down. Their energy is slowing down. I mean, it could be mentally, that they are not worried anymore, that they're not going to be worried about the outcome. They are like, okay, we keep advancing in our career. This is a very meaningful moment for us to talk about our past. But yeah, then we move on to another things. Maybe it has to do with that. Also, I put to clarify, and I got the Hangman and the Six of Pentacles. So it's weird. The schedule says there's supposed to be a world tour starting in K4. I see a break. So the Met Gala, that there will be a tour over 40 cities and stuff. I mean, the Chariot is in the middle, so they keep advancing. Movement there is. Yeah, movement there is. But there's silence. There's silence. Maybe could it be that this silence is like, them not individually talking to the fans? Like, yeah, them being on tour and everything, but not having this like much more intimate communications with the fan. It's like more general. Yeah, I think that there's a bit of a break. There's a bit of a break. It could be 4 months or 4 weeks. Yeah. Because I got the Four of Swords. So they do need a break before. like a small vacation, something, before charging forces. But yeah, I sort of, with the Six of Pentacles, I can see someone that paid them. So definitely there's retribution in there. Like, they definitely have to show up for certain events because there's money in there. There's negotiations. So yeah, probably, yeah, they cannot be absent, like just like, oh no, we are MIA. No, probably, but they need a bit of a break. Yeah, before. To be honest, they share less intimate things on Bubble and lives and all now that they are big. Yeah, that's what I was getting, Nina. That's the feeling that I got with the Chariot. I have this feeling that their career, their success keeps advancing. Is going to keep advancing. They're not going to stop. But also the Four of Swords and the Hermit, it does give me this isolation. You know, like, it's not, they keep being successful, but probably they are not that reachable like before. It seems like they don't share, or they're not going to be that intimate. You know, that it seems like there's some things that they keep to themselves. There's something about them not sharing that much, or probably not having that many conversations or exchange with the fans. And probably even if they do like interviews, or like, it sounds like their comments or their opinions is everything very curated. You know, it's everything very like you know, with the Hermit in there, I sense like. And also with the Four of Swords, I think that this form of communication gives them peace. They feel at peace keeping some things to themselves. They feel at peace at that. You know, sort of, it's like, yeah, we talk or we have certain conversations, but we don't go that deep. And we probably never will again. And I think that it has to do with fame also. It has to do with fame. But I see the change. I see the change of them probably in the past being like, oh, we used to have these interactions and now we don't know more. And them just being very careful about what they express. But it's for their own benefit. It's for their own good. Because the Four of Swords and the Hermit is like, you know, it's better sometimes to not say much. You know, it's better to keep to ourselves. You know, it's like what we can do is to show with actions and with great performances and with great content and music what we are about. But when it comes to giving personal opinions and just like chilling and just being, you know, having these very like spontaneous talks, they're like, no, let's better. I don't know why I feel like they have people that script what they say. I know that there's a lot of idol groups that have it, but I think that for them it has to do with their level of fame. Like, that is a necessity for them to have these things being arranged, so the miscommunication doesn't happen anymore and they can be secure. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know why I got the feeling of silence, you know, when there's like, I'm like, like even though they're there, you know, it's like, yeah. Ah. Okay. Cham was flirting with us, so at least it hasn't changed. Okay, then we're good. If the Libra Chan keeps flirting, then we're good. We're good. We're in good terms. The flirting is a must. If the flirting is not there, there's something wrong. We're in trouble. But yeah, it's not trouble. Like there's no dangers, no trouble. But I think that probably is a kind of measure that they're going to restrict a bit their communication. Keep some things to themselves. I see them becoming a bit much more secretive and giving just like generic answers to certain things that you're like, really? Like the American interviews, that they ask you like, what's your favorite color? The Libra, where's my game then? Okay, let's continue with the last one of today. We have what's your pet? Those questions. Okay, let's pull some cards for 80 Sun and Jonghyun friendship. The Hermit today is on fire. The Hermit today, sorry, I have the heater in here and it's slowly burning my arm. Like this is why I'm moving myself from here because I have it, and it's like my. But yeah, it's so cold, guys. I have to. It's either getting burned or just being cold. Okay. They're not very emotional. I think that they talk a lot. This is the thing. Communication there is, definitely. But it's more like guidance. Like, what do you think about this? Oh, yeah, I think about this. But it's work. It's work and then being too perfectionist together. Like, from some perspective, we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and we have the Hangman. Definitely for Sun, literally to have to travel or have to move without the other members, it gives him anxiety. I think I said this before when I read for him. But he feels so trapped. And probably it also has to do with exposure and them getting more famous. There's something about like him asking Jonghyun like, give me an advice, how can I do this? Because I know how to work. I know how to execute and do my work. But when I have to travel alone, I feel lost. So definitely he feels like this is one of the things that he gets so... Honjun has the Hermit, Ace of Swords, and Death card. And then the relationship, we have the Six of Pentacles, that it says giving and receiving. So it's all about communication. They give and receive communication. They are very fair, both of them. Both of them are very fair, It feels very Were they friends before being part of this group? Because I feel like it's not like, in here I don't see, even though I know that Honchun is the leader, but I don't see like hierarchy. I see connection. I see like partnership. Um, but also I think that Honchun is very, the Scorpio that he is, he's secretive. He's secretive. He's also someone that, the good thing is that he reflects a lot about himself, the dynamic with others, what he does, what he creates. You know, definitely he's all in his mind. He's all in here. It's all in here. It's all in here. It's his, like, his greatest trait is the mind of his. And also the death card is sort of is someone that encourages Sun to embrace change. Embrace change. It's like destroy any limitation, mental limitation that you have. Destroy it. This is what I do. Whenever I face an issue and I feel insecure and I feel like I cannot see the way out, what I do is that I come up with a plan, and that plan is to break all the boundaries of my mind. What I think that I cannot do, I cut that thinking. I cut that negative thinking, and I start over. I start from zero. I think that probably both of them are two in their minds, so they relate because of this. Because I think that definitely Sun is so hardworking. Sun is so hardworking. Is so hardworking, and also in his connection with Honjun, I think that he also puts the effort to make Honjun's proud. So this is why he accepts the challenge. He accepts the challenge. He's like, okay, I have certain things that I don't know if I feel so comfortable doing, but I will go and do them. I will go and do this risky task that is risky for me, but I will do it because I want to make you proud. Like, I want you to be proud of me. And I want you to see that I really, like, I had been working. Whatever advice that Honchun gives him about getting better at something, Sun takes the advice and he does get better. He does get better. But also with the Handman, I think that there's some moments where Sun feels like maybe the conversations or the tips or the advices that he gets from Honjun, they are not enough. They feel like their conversations sometimes feel short. And that maybe sometimes him to not bother Honjun, he's like, oh yeah, thank you, I got it. I got the message. Yeah, like you said, yeah, I will do it like this. Okay. But at the end, I feel like sometimes he feels like he's not entirely over certain things. You know, that sometimes he still has insecurities, even though he tries to overcome them. You know, but I think that he also feels a huge respect for Honchun, so he wants to be very useful to Honjun. He's like, okay, I will work on this. I will be better, because you know I don't want to get you in a very uncomfortable position. But yeah, he has some insecurities. And I think that for Honchun's perspective, Honchun has a mentality that is also very personalized. Maybe his advices is very fitted for someone like him. It works on him, on his own person. But maybe it's not that, it doesn't apply to everyone. But there's something about them being like, okay, yeah, I got the message. Yeah, thank you for the message. I will go and do it. But, you know, at the end, I think that Sun is a bit afraid to tell Honjun that there's moments where either he didn't understood or for him it's not easy to put it into practice. but he does his best. He's so courageous. He does his best. He's like, okay, I will go and do it. Okay, you said that I have to do all over. Okay, I will go and do it. Um, but yeah, I think that for Honjun is like for him is like easier to be like, yeah, whatever bothers you, just eliminate it from your mind and start over. Cut it. Whatever is troubling you, cut it, eliminate it, eliminate it, start over, destroy it and start over. There's a new chance tomorrow. There's a new tomorrow. Like a new opportunity will come. Be strong, you know. But yeah, it feels like not so emotional, but yeah, the communication flows definitely. But yeah, also with the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving, I think that they are very similar. They are very similar. They need that mental stimulation. They love to ask each other questions and get feedback. So it feels very, very fair, very fair. It feels very fair. Like the communications that how they use their minds is very similar. It's just that I think that, like I said when I read for Sun has some issues with, maybe he worries about his body, or he worries about his stamina, or maybe there's something that is like he has inside, that he has a worry that he's not been able yet to put it into words and be like, yeah, sometimes I find certain things a bit risky. I worry about my body or worry about my health, and I don't know what to do because, this is what I do with my body. I'm used to this. But maybe he also worries, and he's also a perfectionist. So maybe it's not that big of a deal, but for him, because he wants to be perfect, for him it is. Yeah, I can see the dark thoughts. Yeah. Even though he actually gets the task done, and he gets everything done. It's like he is like, I got it. Yeah, I will go and do it. But he's still inside. He is still like the hangman. He's still hanged. He's still like not over it yet. He's still doubtful. He's still in. He feels uncomfortable about something. There's some things that make him feel like, okay, this is not right. This is not right. I don't feel like it's right. I don't feel like it's perfect. I don't feel like it's good enough. I feel like I cannot change this, and I don't know. Like it's just tough being him. It's tough. It's tough. He tends to have dark thoughts. He has. I guess Honjun has Mercury in Sagittarius. If it is true, I understand. I have the same. Yeah, I think that definitely Honjun is probably is because he's the leader, but it feels like since he gets the hermit, and he often gets these very lonely cards, and it's like, yeah, he isolates himself in order to create, and definitely what he does, he feels very responsible and he needs his time. But I feel like sometimes maybe from the other part, it's like, I don't want to bother him because I know he's busy. So I think that probably the members restrict what they really want to say to him. And for him, he also doesn't interrogate more. He's like, oh yeah, is this all you wanted to ask me? Is this all? Okay. Is this all? Okay, yeah, great. I have to go back to work. So yeah, I'll see you. Something like this, and it ends like this, like, oh, okay, great. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. I'm going to go. It's been almost 5 minutes to 3 hours. But yeah, finally we made it this Sunday. Usually I do it on Saturdays, but yeah, I had to postpone it because we had also been doing some work over here, so I needed to get some things fixed in here, so it was going to be very noisy. But yeah, usually it's always Saturday, guys, unless I let you know that it's Sundays. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for the recommendations. Thank you so much. This was so fun. And I'll see you on Wednesdays. I'll see you on Wednesdays. So have a lovely start of the week. So yeah, have a lovely week and take it easy. So yeah, bye.